Right, Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. A little while after the game now. I feel a mixture of pride, but also deflated. What do you reckon, Liam?
Yeah, I think the same. A mixture of both, like pride. Proud of the team, proud of the performance. I think we're maybe marginally better. Definitely not worse. Of the two sides, we're better. But does the result reflect the performance? I don't know. It's borderline. I think we deserve to win. I think the last goal was clean, and we'll probably get into that at some point anyway. But yeah, I think if you have to give it to one of the two sides, it would be Arsenal. But the referee Anthony Taylor today gave it to draw, and I guess we're kind of used to seeing it. That's why I'm not as furious as I previously have been, because I'm used to it now. But I don't want to say there's corruption going on, because maybe he just made another mistake that he consistently seems to make. So
Yeah.
it's one of those things. You know, we have to beat 12 men today, and we only beat 11.
Yeah, really good point. I think, once again, VAR, we've got it in the game, and once again, it's not been used. They've gone with the referee's decision. They haven't even had a look at it. I mean, this is the reason we're just so frustrated, isn't it?
Yeah, so I actually heard the reason they couldn't go to VAR was because he blew before the ball had crossed the line and hit the net. So, which makes sense, because obviously Havertz won the header, and as the ball clearly beat the goalkeeper, was on its way into the net, he's realised, oh my God, actually 5 seconds ago there was a foul on whoever it was by Kiwior. I'll pull it back for that. He's blown. Rather than just let play go out and then let VAR do what it's there to do, he's decided, I want to fucking make a decision here. Sorry for my language, but it's annoying. It's really, really annoying, because I remember we went through a phase of referees not making decisions because they're like, oh, I've got VAR to back me up. And now it's almost like the opposite, where it's like, oh, hold on, I'm going to make that call. I don't need VAR. I'm a big man. I'm Anthony Taylor. I'm going to make the decision. Foul. And there was no foul. There was no foul. You know, you can't give it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
If you have seen it and you made a mistake, fine. But there was no foul to see. So what have you given?
Yeah.
And that's the frustrating part. And I'd said, I saw it in the stadium. I was at the other end of the pitch, but I saw it in the stadium, and I thought, there's no foul there. But I thought, do you know what? I'll probably see it after the game anyway. And I saw it after the game, and it was even worse than what I saw in the stadium. It was absolutely nothing. Kiwior's jumped up for a header. He's won the ball, made no contact with the player. The player hasn't appealed. Nobody in the stadium has appealed. The away end, that's it above him. None of the away fans appealed. Ball's gone in there. If anything, they all thought it was on Havertz, who scored the goal. And there was clearly no foul for Havertz. And it's just, I don't know, it's annoying. And we've got to just sit and wait a few weeks for Howard Webb to come and explain this one, and then say, yeah, mistake by us, sorry, nothing, he's doing a championship for a week and then come back. And it's just so annoying now. It's just, I don't know, it's costing points. It's costing, you're getting involved in the title race, and it shouldn't be that way. VAR we were told anyway, it should be for clear and obvious errors. And they're overusing it, and I think at this stage it's better you just get rid. I think it's better you get rid.
I completely agree, and this is something that I said to Ty the other day, actually. We were talking about referees, and we have much the same opinion. How do we change this rhetoric? Because the rhetoric is the same every single week. What we are having at the moment is the same conversations week in, week out. Red cards. Why is VAR not used? Why is there not a penalty here? Why, chucking the ball away? The Liverpool players were doing that today. No yellow cards. What can we do? Is there a single solution that we can use to change this rhetoric and to change the refereeing? 'Cause it has to be better.
I think there is, and it's got to come from the top. It's got to come from Howard. You've got everywhere else in the world, not everywhere, but like we see it at the tournaments, the major tournaments, VAR is fine, there's no issues with it. From the World Cup in Russia when it first came out, it was faultless.
Yeah.
Faultless.
Yeah.
Because they used it for clear and obvious errors. I think even the Arsenal penalty incident where we all thought we had one, it wasn't clear and obvious, was it?
No.
So let's not get VAR involved, let's not use it, stick with the referee's decision.
Yeah.
If the referee messes up, it's on him.
Yeah.
He's a professional in his profession, he's trained. If he makes a mistake, you deal with his mistake, and you pull him aside and you talk to him after the game, you say that is a bad mistake, right? It's not a clear and obvious error, otherwise we would have used VAR, but that's a mistake. And you deal with it that way. And then you say VAR for clear, obvious errors.
Yes.
It seems like VAR is still getting clear, obvious errors incorrect. But I don't know, it's nonsense. It's absolute. I heard an incident, I didn't see it back, but I heard an incident from Tottenham game today, where one of their defenders brought down he was last man. he brought down a player and didn't get sent off for it. Whereas we've seen Saliba bring down a player and get sent off for it for what I'm hearing is exactly the same incident, but Saliba's one was on the halfway line. This one was a lot closer to the goal.
Yeah.
So why is VAR getting involved? The referee's giving a yellow. Apparently it's a clear, obvious error. If it's clear and obvious, every referee should be giving that decision, but it's not happening. So you need to either save VAR for clear, obvious errors, or get rid of it. That's how we solve it.
Really good point, actually. I'm just going to touch very quickly on that Saliba red card. In that game, talking of clear and obvious, the referee gives a yellow. He gives a yellow, and there's a long way for the player to get to goal. There's a lot of different metrics that could happen between covering defender. Should that decision in and of itself have just been left with the referee?
Of course it should, because there are certain situations where you say the referee's vision was obscured, or the linesman gave it and maybe the referee didn't see it, or the fourth official had seen something. The referee, the linesman, the fourth official all had a clear view of it. The referee gave a yellow card. So for the referee to have a clear view of an incident and give a yellow card, it reflects on the referee. If that decision was wrong and it was clearly and obviously incorrect to give a yellow card, he should not be a referee. But the fact that he's given a yellow card, he has seen the incident and he has seen something that deemed it a booking and not a red card.
Yes.
So for someone in a booth over there to go, oh, actually, I've seen something different, it's just a difference of opinion.
Yeah.
Complete difference of opinion.
Yeah.
It's not a clear, obvious error. It's just that if you were down there in his shoes, you would have given a red.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which, fine, let that run. But he's down there, he's in that position, he's given a yellow. You have to let him referee the game. And if he doesn't see it or his view's blocked or whatever, that is why we have VAR and go, you made a clear, obvious error there. You haven't seen that incident, your view's blocked, he's running, linesman gave it, you didn't see it, whatever. Clear, obvious error, no problem. But for him to see it clearly and give a yellow card and see the covering defender and see the distance to go and you to get involved, I know it's a completely different game, but it's just frustrating. I don't even want to touch on it anymore because we'll go on about it all season. But the same way I could touch on an incident today where the ball was knocked away by Liverpool players.
Yeah.
It's just frustrating. But every single week seems to be we're playing against 12 men, and that's the point I'm trying to make here. And today was another week of it, and I think we deserved the 3 points. I think we won that game 3-2, but Antita's got other ideas.
Yeah, absolutely valid points. Finally, the most generic question of the day: are we still in the title race?
Yeah, of course. I think it's way too soon. I think as long as we stay in touching distance till February, we're in the title race. I'd like to be at the top of the race, but it's not to be. And I guess it's a kind of different experience to what we're used to from the last couple of seasons. We're used to being top. But yeah, now maybe being the chasers rather than being the ones hunted is maybe better for us. So we'll just see how it goes. But definitely still in the race, and I definitely think we can win.
Still in the race, and we keep moving.